Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Looks like GBJPY is in the same area as it was yesterday. What's going on over here? Let's see this over here. All right. So whenever I start, basically, I start to look at the 4 hour over here. Let's take a look on the 4 hour in GBJPY. The 4 hour is rejecting 141, 141, 440, 141, 400. We're rejecting that area. If we're rejecting that area, I believe that we should continue up towards, 141, 900. Once we break above 141, 900, we're going to continue moving bullish in. And the reason why is because we had this support, formed, and at this point, I think this was a fake out. Once this was a fake out and we're seeing price continue bullish, we're approaching a resistance at 141,900. I think really good buys are going to be above this resistance here, 141,900. If you break above 141,900, there's a clean range going all the way up towards 142, 150, 142, 200. So that's going to be pretty good. Two things I'm going to look at here. Either a break above 141,900, and then you have this clean traffic hit to the left-hand side going all the way towards 142, 200, or a resistance formed in this area for price to potentially continue down towards 141, 620, 650, that area over there. So these are the two things I'm going to be looking at today. Well, basically waiting for. Alright, let's take a look at this chart here. This is new low formed, waiting for continuation, waiting for confirmation for sells to retest that low. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense too. That makes sense too. I think whenever you're analyzing charts, you're looking at both scenarios, like how it can be buys and how it can be sells, You're looking at both scenarios. Because once you have both scenarios planned out, then it's easy to take trades, because at that point you're like, okay, you know what, if price starts moving up, I know exactly where it's moving up. If price starts moving down, I know exactly where it's moving down. So that's something you should strive for. So just by looking at the 30-minute, it does seem like price is coming back in this consolidation area. Price was here all throughout your Asian session. We broke in pre-London. London Open broke price for, wow, so much volume in London session. Damn, look at that move. 30 pip move down and further down and a complete correction over here. So man, if price is doing a complete correction of this move down in London, then that means it couldn't maintain its move bearish, and then we should continue moving up, right? So I think the break above 141,900 would be pretty good. Also at the same time, I was just looking at the Forex factory here earlier on before I signed in. We have ADP coming in too, and they're expecting bad numbers. No, they're expecting really good numbers. They're expecting like down from 167,000 up to 1.2 million. So that's gonna be a big mover. I think if they're expecting really good numbers on ADP, I think gold should drop a bit, right? if you can expect that these bullish daily candles that have small bodies, we can probably expect them to be like, maybe the bullish momentum is dying as price is coming up towards 1971. If bullish momentum is dying and if the news is supposed to be really, really good, then, it just fundamentally makes sense for gold to drop, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens in that scenario there. But just by looking at the 1 hour, it does seem like we broke above this resistance, so now we're in this range, so we'll have to wait and see for ADP. Looks like GBJPY will indeed continue moving bullish at this point. We're looking at the 15-minute. We got a lot of volatility coming in. We got ADP coming in. We got pound. We got Bailey speaking. So it's going to be interesting the way how things are going to play out here. How can we know they are expecting good numbers for ADP? Well. Looks like someone's new to trading over here. Well, you go to forexfactory.com. Once you're at forexfactory.com, and then you see this over here, the forecast is 1.2 million. In case you didn't know, 1,250,000 and 1.2 million, right? And then this was previous, so I mean it's pretty simple. Alright, let's take a look at this trade here. Should we set buy stops and sell stops? Morris Benton. No, I don't know. No, you shouldn't. You should not. You should not trade news. First you should really start to get better at doing analysis instead of trading news. I don't think anyone should be trading news if you're new. Pound yen. Okay, so price entered again at the range over here. You took a buy, waiting for price to break the high of the previous bearish candle. Take a buy. Okay, yeah, this looks good. So you're expecting price to continue up over here, break this high, and continue moving bullish. I think that's a very, very good plan, because if price could not, sustain its move bearish, I think it's gonna continue on bullish over here. So what I'm going to do is, this 15-minute candle is about to close over here. Let's take a look here. Yeah. I think entering a small buy here would make sense here, with the way the technical analysis are running at this point. So let's go with the buy over here, keeping the stop below the previous 15-minute candle, and really expecting price to, I would say, break above 141.900 as we move on towards pre-New York volume. I think that's going to be a pretty good idea over here, because even though this is a little bit aggressive idea, but the whole idea is that we had this strong consolidation here. Price broke down. Price couldn't sustain its move bearish, so it came back and closed in the range, right? So if that move down was the fake out, and if I'm looking at the time, we're coming up towards, pre-New York volume, and we know there's volume at this time, and the only time resistances are broken and supports are broken when there's a lot of volume in the market, right? So this entry is based on once this 15-minute candle broke the high of the previous one, really expecting now price to continue up towards 141.900 and eventually break it and come into the 142 territory over here. I think it's pretty simple analysis. My entry was 141.800. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's pretty good. 141.800. If your entry was there, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm going to secure profits at around 10 pips, and then that's going to be my trade here for the day. So right now we're running at about, like, 5 pips, so it's not too bad. So yeah, let's take a look at gold. Gold is still in this range, man. This range is what, 45 pips? Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here for some shits and giggles, right? So Chinese indicator is saying pound is getting up there, getting kind of strong, and then yen is really weak. So I think that's pretty good. I guess so, you know. Oh, nice. Look at that move. GJ broke the 4-hour wick. Yeah, I think it should continue moving bullish here. Now all we need is candles to close above 141,900. As we get candles closing above 141,900, I think it's going to be a pretty good start for price to continue up towards 142,200. Alright, let's take a look at Euro JPY. Could we add positions? No. Morris, I think you need to go through the unlearn and relearn section on the market fluidity database to know exactly how to add positions and all those concepts. Those concepts are really important. It's not about adding. If you add positions, you need to give more information. Like if you're going to add position, where you're going to put your stop loss, like, and like those things are really, really important. All right, let's take a look at your JPY here. Euro JPY 4-hour is really bearish. Price is coming down. Let's take a look at the 1-hour over here. 1-hour is creating some sort of a support at this area right over here. We also had this range on the 1-hour, which we broke. Looking at the 30-minute, 30-minute is also ranging. Pretty big range over here. Yeah, I mean your JPY is ranging here now, and this range is around 11 pips. Ooh, G just coming down pretty hard. All right, so at this point, what I did is I closed 50% of my position right over here, because price went in profits and then price came back down to my entry. So at that point, I closed 50% of my position, and now I'm letting the rest run. So stop is at what, 147,773. Let's take a look at GU. Okay, hold on. So if we break above here, this is a 16 pip range. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, mate. Let's take a look at GU. GU is going to get pretty difficult here. And the reason why is because, we got ADP, which is going to move the US dollar, and then we got the London is also open at the same time, so that moves the pound, which is why it gets a little tricky over there to trade. This 15-minute candle is about to close. As it comes to a close, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my stop below the 15-minute candle, and I'm going to let the rest run. I've already secured, like 50%. I closed 50% as price came back to my entry, because, like The one thing about risk management is if price is going to come to your stop loss, you should not let price hit your complete stop loss. You should always focus on, like, if it's going to take you out, make sure, like, it takes you out not your full position, but like a certain percentage of your position. Let's take a look here. So this is waiting for a close above before taking my buys. Bullish candles, good for buys. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I think my entry was early. I'm really expecting the pre-NY push to continue price through 141,900. I mean, things are in our favor technically as well, with the way candles are forming as well. So it's pretty good. Let's take a look at these things here. Hey, can we send our analysis in the chat over here? Yes. Yes, you can. Oh, looks like there are no more charts here today. Let's take a look at the 30 minute. 30 minutes still pretty good. 30 minutes closing in 14 minutes. Could you do a top to bottom for GJ? It just came in. Well, Alex, if you just came in, then I guess you missed it. You can't come late in class and just say, hey, can we repeat what we all said? No, it doesn't work like that. We need to come on time. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This chart is GJ 15 minute. Entry over here, broken close above the range, took a buy. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Now, oh, this is back in the past. Yeah, this is this one right over here, I guess. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good entry. Yeah, pretty good entry. This should continue moving up. Today will be the last day before you go to London. Yes. The streams are going to resume from Tuesday. Buys above here for clean ride up. Yes. 141,900. Buys above 141,900. Amazing ride up. Now we only need these candles to close above 141,900. If you can get candles closing above 141,900, I think that's going to be a pretty good indication that prices are going to continue moving bullish. But let's say if the 30-minute candle, which is going to close in 12 minutes, if it closes below 141,900, then probably this buying idea will be in jeopardy, and this is not going to work anymore. Why is Raja going to London? I got a meeting with Boris. We have to discuss the current economic health of the pound, and we have to do some other stuff too. Plus, they said that, hey, Raja Banks, come to London, spend some money so that the economy can go up a little bit. So probably going to look into that as well. Selling mangoes, yeah. You got a mango contract there. Lower resistances 141,970, 960. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, so at this point we have two types of traders, right? One type of trader is like a cowboy, someone like me, who's taking entry based on this fake out over here and candles breaking the highs, early entries for buys, right? The second type is that you're waiting for price to break above 141,900 for a continuation, and that's when I'm going to add more entries. If it does close above 141,900, and if there's a candle, let's say, okay, let me just draw a candle right over here. If there's a candle that closes like this, above 141,900, that's going to be the point where I can add entries and keep my stops below this bullish candle and expect the next candles to continue moving bullish. That's where I'm going to be adding my entries. But right now, I'm still in an entry, close 50%. I mean, it's no use adding an entry at this point right over here. Looks like 900 is strong resistance. Yes, very strong. Sir, do you respond to YouTube chat? Well, that should give you your answer, right? All right, let's take a look at this long-term Bitcoin analysis. Long-term Bitcoin analysis. Rejection zones equals to careful. This is weekly. Weekly wick fill number one at 16,000 and then at 19,000. Why can't Bitcoin go down? Why is it always heading up? Come on, man, this can drop. What's your bias for GJ today? My bias for GJ is bullish. Please, guys, where should the TP be at? Well, if you don't have a plan, as my good friend Monty says, if you don't plan, you get banned. You know, that's what he says in the London session. No plan, you get banned. So, you know, like whenever you enter a trade, you should know exactly where your take profit should be, where your stop loss should be, you know. So those are very essential components before you take a trade. Wondering why would you not look for a retest this time before you buy for long? I think the reason why is because I'm really confident that price will continue moving up, even though it did this fake out over here. Let's take a look on the 1 hour here. See this big fake out right here? Price did a fake out here. You know, so if the candles now, here's what I'm looking at basically. This area here, this is a very, very strong resistance, right? This was held all the way over here before London open right over here. If we get a candle closing above 141,900, staying in buys makes sense because then price will continue moving up as it could not sustain its move down. If, for example, the candle closes below 141,900, then that's going to give room for price to maybe come down, create a support, and then continue on with NY open or NYC open. You know, so these are two scenarios that are going through my mind. So one, I need candles to close above 141,900 to stay in my buying positions. Number two, if candles close below 141,900, then I'm going to be exiting my buying positions, and then I'm going to wait for another confirmation. You know, so it's all planned, it's all calculated even before it happens. So plus also got a stop right down over here, so you know, also it's pretty good. What's your spread on GJ? 1.8, 1.5, 1.5 pips. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. Entry candle, strong bullish volume entered the market. Had bearish bias for London session, however when candles price started breaking highs, I stayed fluid, looked for buying opportunities, secured 60%. Oh, nice, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, it seems that I'm the only one that flight from far, far away to London. It will be a pleasure. Oh, I'm also flying far, far away. Canada. Alright, let's take a look at this chart. This chart is, ooh, wrong chart, man. Sent the wrong chart from the gulag. Okay, yeah, the candles are coming to a close in 6 minutes. That's totally fine. We can wait. What do you think about NAS 100 and the US markets for today? We'll have a break to this crazy bullish. All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the pre-markets. I was so excited about GJ, I didn't even look at the pre-markets. All right, so pre-markets are positive 200 points, which means that the US 30 should be moving bullish right now. So we're gonna take a look at US 30 by looking at the pre-markets, and we're gonna see, oh, okay, it is climbing bullish. It's pretty good. Well indicated. I think we have also broken above this resistance on US 30 on the 4 hour at 28,800. It's beautiful. We've broken above. Daily is still bullish. Someone is asking, when will this bullish structure end? We have no idea. All we can do as traders are we can look for some like, you know, little signs, you know, when price creates resistances, when price creates supports, and once the supports break, then you have a bearish move, but so far there is none. There's no bearish move so far, boys. None. When are you doing a Miami boot camp again? Probably next year. Probably in like January or February. Okay, perfect. So we're moving up. Beautiful. We're about to close in 5 minutes. We're hopefully, we can close above 141,900 over here. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good move. Pretty good move. We're gonna have a good trade today. Ooh, ooh. So happy. Another win on the stream. Happy like Mary had a little lamb. Check my analysis on gold. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. Wrong chart, man. Next time we see that chart, you're gonna go in the gulag of the gulag. We're gonna put you in timeout. Another GJ resistance. Yeah, that's good. I think we can continue on towards, like the entries were at like, 885, 884. So it should continue on, give like, 10 pips, put stops at break even and let the rest run. Is there somewhere I can chart markup? I'm trying to get insight on what I can above. Yeah, so basically if you're new to the stream, what you need to do is you need to look at the description and then you need to watch the video. There's a video in the description. That video tells you exactly how to send charts, so that we can take a look at your analysis and give you some advice, or, if you're in drawdowns, we can probably help you get out of those drawdowns or give you some mental stimulation, This is a chart analysis for GJ after watching and learning market fluidity for a week now. Would love to see your thoughts on this. All right. Let's take a look and give our thoughts on this. This is targets at next sensible level of yesterday's push. Makes sense. Entry on the close of the bullish candle. Makes sense. 10 pips take half. Bring stops to break even. Beautiful. Makes sense. Next day is no live. Yes, no live. We're gonna come back. Well, I'm gonna come back Tuesday, 8th September. Let's make the text like this. Perfect. What's this here? Let's take a look at this chart. We got chart coming. Ooh, we got curving for NFP. Oh, another wrong chart. Man, come on, Gulag, what's going on over here? Raja, a second entry at 141,950. Do you like? Why? You need to send a chart. That entry makes no sense at all. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Hopefully we can have a correct chart. All right, what's this? AUD USD Wyckoff theory strategy. All right, Wyckoff theory strategy. Let's take a look here. This is AUD USD. We have showing strong support. Will be bullish due to automatic rally. What do you mean by automatic rally? That's something I don't understand. Automatic rally. I mean, there's going to be a rally automatically. It's going to start moving up. So you're looking for a rally, but then you're thinking about sells in this area. So your chart is, I don't know what Hebrew this is over here. BCMX and UT, and I have no idea. So sowing the seeds at support for price to move up, I'd say. I don't know. But this chart makes absolutely no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. I'm sorry if this is offensive, but it makes no sense because we don't know what you're trying to do. We don't know if you're trying to take a buy, you're trying to take a sell. No idea what's going on over here. Plus, I guess with the Wyckoff method, you're ignoring this resistance over here, but you have plotted this area right over here. You're ignoring this area right over here. So, you know, there are a lot of things that don't make sense over here. So this is not a good example of a well-labeled chart, even though you try to explain a theory, but it makes no sense. Sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. We have okay, so GPJPY 1 hour candle and 30-minute candles have closed. 30-minute candle has closed at that area over there. Probably it's going to be a good idea to bring the stops up towards, you know, the low of the 30-minute candle. So that's what I did. I brought my stops up to the low of the 30-minute candle. Beautiful. So now we're Gucci. We're good. You know, things are closing the way we expect them to close for a bullish run. 15-minute candles are making higher highs and higher lows. 30-minute candles also making higher highs and higher lows. You know, we're now trying to come out of this area over here. Now, for price to continue up from 141,900, you want candles to stay above 141,900, and then we can come up to our, you know, 142 and get to our 10 pips, and you know, those things are going to work now. Look at the 1 hour as well. 1 hour also closing pretty good. The only thing that's bothering me is that price has moved up so much that it may do a little bit of a retracement, create support, and then continue moving bullish. So that's something I'm going to be looking for. If you go look at the Euro USD daily, is that consolidating? I think you need to send a chart. You need to send a chart of what you think, and then we can give you some more information. If you've done profits and want to scale your profits while the trade on the next day, would you go for the high lot size? I think I'm going to go with the regular lot size. I'm going to go with the same lot size. Could you hold this trade for a couple of hours due to breaking resistance? Yes. Yes, if you can get candles closing above 141,900, you can hold this for a couple of hours, because then you got all this clean traffic here to the right-hand side, no, left-hand side, where price can come into. So I think it's going to be a pretty good idea. Looks like GPUSD is also creating that fake out area over here. See this? This was support. Price broke down. This candle had to do a retest to continue down. But what happened instead? We closed back about 133,580. You know, so this is giving it more room to continue moving up. Can you check Forex paradigm on IG and see if it's legit? It's legit, man. Everything's legit. Everything is legit, so you guys can do whatever you want to do. Still in the buy from last week, Thursday, that we took on the session. Oh, 139,920. Wow. Man, 139,920. All the way from the bottom on the 4 hour. That's beautiful. Alright, so as this 15-minute candle is forming, as this 15-minute candle comes and breaks the low of the current 15-minute candle, I think this is going to be the point where I'm going to close another 50%. You know, as it breaks a low over here, I'm going to close 50%. Oh, there we go, closed 50% at that point. Risk management, you got to manage risk, man. And as it comes down to our stop loss over here, That's the point where we would have successfully, like, secured like a well-managed trade. Wow, look at that move down. Damn. Could you check USDJPY and tell us your opinion? All right. Let's take a look over here. USDJPY. USDJPY is bullish. Okay. We're moving bullish. We broke above a resistance on USDJPY. Looking at the 1 hour, okay, we did break and close above. This candle closed bullish. Looking left, we have clean candles going all the way up to 106,400, 106,350. Let's take a look on the 30-minute over here. 30-minute is at this resistance right at this point. I think if you can get a 30-minute candle closing above this area, it would give you some confirmation that price is going to continue moving up. Something like on GPJPY that's happening over here. Did you close all? No, I didn't close everything. I closed 50%. So I still have some running. I had a 5 lot open, right? I had a 5 lot open and I have 1.25 still running right now. And the loss I have secured out of that 5 lot was around $58, man. Not bad. Not bad from a 5 lot. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is Euro USD daily. Price is still sort of making higher highs and higher lows, so technically it will still be bullish, right? No, wrong. The bias, okay, here's a little education on bias, right? Bias is basically calculated based on the time frame you're looking at. If you're looking at the daily, if you're looking at the daily candle, you're going into the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30-minute, and then you're looking at the bias from that perspective. If you're looking at, let's say, the daily candles like this, then the bias is bullish because then you're expecting a support to be created for price to go up. But if you look at this and then you go into the 4 hour and the 1 hour, then the bias is no longer bullish. Then the bias is bearish at that point because then you're looking into the daily candle. So if you're looking at the daily candle and then the weekly and the monthly, then you're looking at the bullish bias, but then also means you're waiting for price to form that support, which means you're waiting a day or two. So, yeah. Some people here in the Gulag here is wondering how I was able to close 50% so quick. It's because of magic keys. You see right over here? This says close half. It says close half. So one press of a button closes half. So quick. You know, as price crossed the 15-minute low right over here, I pressed that, close half. Boom. I press it once, it closed half. I didn't have to go to MetaTrader to right click and go to modify and do that. No, man, it takes a lot of time. You know, so you have to be on the ball over here in trading. In trading, man, things move so fast, you have to be quick. You have to be super quick. Raja, this is where I struggle. When is the correct time to re-enter your closed position, and should you? At this time, there was no re-entry. I mean, you could enter at any point and have the stop below the 30-minute candle, or even have the stop below this wick at this point. But when you're closing partial positions, you are closing partial positions anticipating that you're going to keep some position in the trade still. That's why you're closing partial positions. You know, I see people, they close partial positions and then they close everything. Why? You know, like the whole reason you closed partial position was to let the rest run. You know, you have to let the rest run. Because sometimes, you know, when we're trading something as like GJ or gold, they do some deeper retracements, you know, so you should be, I think those deeper retracements, you should be getting used to that. And the best way to get used to those deeper retracements is to let some positions run. Where did you buy your magic keyboard? I think you should leave the stream right now. Anyone who cannot see which website to go to get magic keys, you should quit trading and leave the stream right now. Because man, listen, if you can't analyze that information, trading, you won't be able to profit in trading at all. It's not gonna work. It's definitely not gonna work. So please do yourself a favor and just it's the gulag, man. You gotta put gulag in line sometimes. The gulag, the gulag sees it on their screen, and still they say, "Where do you buy it?" You know, same people they say, "Oh, are you in a trade right now? Where's the stop loss? Where's the take profit?" I mean, man, guys, can't you see what's on the screen? God damn, man, come on. All right, so we got USDJPY also trying to break up over here. What's this? I'm so happy to have entered the same trade before tuning in, only to find you in the same trade. Thanks for the knowledge. Oh, nice, man. That means we both are gonna lose at the same time, or manage risk at the same time. Can we hear Uncle Ted's sweet voice, please? I don't think some people consider his voice to be sweet. They're like, oh, he's always angry. What's wrong? Why you need to open one-to-one mentorship when you give it all for free here? Oh, this is nothing. This is nothing. We have that. Actually, you know what? I don't talk about that stuff here on live. I bought Magic Keys since 30th August. It's still processing. It's normal. Yes. Yes, those orders are gonna. Every order that came till Tuesday, yesterday, is getting shipped out today. All right, let's take a look at this GJ analysis here. This is, all right, let's see here. This zone is very tight and strong due to multiple candles closing. That's true. If 15-minute candle breaks above, I will enter TP at label resistance. That's absolutely true. If price can't break the high, we'll wait until the price breaks the low. See, this is an excellent example of chart analysis. Not only Mr. Faisal has it labeled for buys, but he also has it labeled for sells. So this is pretty good. What's this? Are you expecting a V-shaped recovery in USD CAD? A V-shaped recovery. I think a X-shaped recovery is going to be pretty good on USD CAD. Let's take a look over here. USD CAD. Like, what's a V-shaped recovery anyway? I have no idea what that is. No clue. A V-shaped recovery. Maybe Stephanos knows what that magical thing is. Oh, it's a stock term. Oh, yeah, I had no idea about stock terms.
Yeah, it's probably talking about the economy where it's just like really good, just tanks, and then recovers pretty quickly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no tanking or recovery has been happening on USD CAD, so I think your education on V-shaped recoveries are not correct. I think so. This was a V-shaped recovery here, right? Like on GJ, down and up, V-shaped. Then what happens? The V.
Exactly, bro.
So what happens? One side of the V starts to continue. So the V turns into a check mark. Go down, go up, V-shaped recovery, and then continue going up. So this is a check mark.
Sometimes you can have a W as well.
Oh. Hey, Raja, what about this Bitcoin long-term analysis? Man, I think Bitcoin is going to go to $100,000. So there you go. That's my analysis over there. You can't get more long-term than that. It's pretty good. Looks good. Is JTM Forex from Sydney? I'm not sure. I think JTM Forex is not from Sydney. Brother, how do you do today? Good? Yes, good. I put 1 to 1000 leverage. Ooh, best broker in India. I'd win flying out Gulag. Help me. Only, only Modi can help you, brother. I can't help you. Does Magic Keys work with KOT broker? It works with everything, every broker. Do you ship Magic Keys to Africa? Probably South Africa, yes. Other parts, I'm not sure. All right. USD/JPY is still bullish over here. Candle's closing in 15 minutes. GBJPY 15-minute candle has closed. 15-minute candle has closed bullish. It has closed a small bullish candle, but a big rejection here. So this still means that the buys are still valid. Buys are still valid over here, and I'm still in the trade. Yeah.
Uh-oh, look who's back. Is that Kerwin?
Ooh, looks like Sacha got tired of standing up on his desk, so he had to sit down.
Yeah.
You're getting old, man. Those knees are giving out.
These are killing me.
Yeah.
But my timer, in 2 minutes, my timer will put the desk up, so.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have no choice to move my, you know.
Sacha's gonna do a V-shaped recovery.
Yeah, so about that V-shaped, I went back maybe a couple weeks ago. I was watching one of your lives like over again, and Ted mentioned something about a peak and valley analysis, and I DM'd him. I was asking him what that was, and it's basically the valley just returns to where price normally was, and it looks like a V.
Yeah. It's kind of like your impulse moves, like especially when there's like news, and that news is just like a shock to the market, and just price just corrects the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone said it could also be called a fake out. Yeah, kind of like that too. All right, looks like USD/JPY is starting to continue bullish over here. Oh, we got a doctor over here. The doctor is saying that since UJ is moving up, GJ should continue moving behind it. That is absolutely incorrect. That's not the case. That's only the case if the dollar and pound are both strong and the yen is weak. That's only the case that's going to happen, because the dollar and pound have nothing in common. Would you take buys above the highs of the previous candle? Would I take buys above the highs of the previous candle? You know what? If price starts creating supports above 141, 900 area, I think that's going to be a point where I can add more positions and expect price to continue moving bullish. I think that's going to be a pretty good idea to add, like, some more positions. Very interesting formation happening on GU. Okay, guys, let's take a look over here.
Uh-oh. Bullish mode activated.
Very serious formation starting to happen in GU. Yes, makes sense. Oh, someone donated £2. Thoughts on current economic climate and future? Current economic climate, I think before the second wave hits, things are going to be bullish because the economies are opening up. Like countries are allowing in more tourists to spend money. That's going to bring in more tax revenue. And then the phase two is going to come in, the second wave, when the flu season starts. And then I think the economies are going to start going bearish again. So that's my thoughts on current economic climate. So since price is coming back down to my entry at this point, and we got what, 10 minutes left for this candle to close. So essentially we got 10 minutes left for this 30-minute candle to close. So now, since I'm still in this position, if the candle closes below 141.900, at that point I'm going to close my positions. If it closes bearish, I'll close my positions, because we want, well, I don't know about we, but I want price to close above 141.900 for me to stay in my positions. Will you visit Bradford when you come to the UK? I'm not sure.
You were Bradford's fall. The
Yeah,
very fall.
yeah, I won't then. Hey, Vantage is no longer accepting Canadian clients, and they will potentially remove existing Canadian clients from the portfolio. Something about not following the IIROC. Oh boy. Here we go again. Vantage FX is leaving Canada. So whoever's with Vantage FX, there's another broker called Blackpool Markets. It's a New Zealand-based broker. If you really like me, I have an affiliate link for them in the live stream. So you can go click that affiliate link. But if you don't, I mean, you can just go to Blackpool Markets. They're pretty good. You can do that. They work the same way as Vantage FX. Will you be joining Monty's stream when you go to London? Yes. If Monty allows me in his house, I'm going to go sit right next to him, and then we'll be holding hands together while trading. GG. Oh, price is coming down over here. All right, so I closed my position at this point. I closed everything. I got out of my trade. I think, yeah, I got out of my trade. I think I lost about like 3 pips in drawdown. Just to let you know, I had a 5 lot open. I had a 5 lot open in buys, and I closed the trade in a $100 loss, $100 loss on a 5 lot by securing positions, securing 50% positions twice. So that way I kept my risk pretty low. Negative 2 pips. Actually, no, it was 3. Yep. So as you can see, we took risk off as price was going against us, and I think that was a pretty good decision. I mean, this trade for buys here was a pretty good example of how to manage risk. Oh, what's going on with that? Price still rejecting the support area. Will you give this trade a second chance? Okay. The point where I'm going to give my trade a second chance, will give my bias a second chance, is going to be if I see a break above 141.900 now. Because, price came up towards 141.900. It couldn't break. We expected it to break and close above. It did close above, but I guess, the probability wasn't on our side. So now, for me to give this trade a second chance, I would need price to actually create a support above 141.900 for that second trade to have a very, very high probability to continue moving up. Or if I want, now normally I don't advise people changing their biases, but since I'm experienced in the pound market conditions, I would want to see price create a minor resistance below 141.800 for me to take a sell for price to continue moving down. So that's something I'm looking for now. Let's take a look at this chart here by Say Cheese Visual. USD CAD, wait for break below the zone to enter sell to fill this wick right over here. I think you can also wait for a break above here for potential buys. That would make sense as well. And USD is continuing up here. Because, you know, if you have sells marked off, I think you should also have buys marked off as well. Because what if price starts moving bullish, right? You want to get that move in. So we can see right over here, the 30-minute candle. It's breaking the high of the previous 30-minute candle. 1 hour candle is about to close in 30 minutes. So, you know, it's still got this 22, 23 pip range to go up over here. After 8, when will you resume live sessions? After 8 September, when will you resume live sessions? Man, I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand sometimes how people can navigate through life. How can people navigate through traffic lights, through stop signs, through exams in school? It just blows my mind, man. Is this the future of our world over here? Is the Gulag the future of our world? No, I can't. This is unbelievable. I can't accept this. Man, you guys are going to make me quit doing live streams. Do you open multiple positions with a fraction of the risk? I'm confused on how you close percentage whenever you want. Okay, so basically, this is what happens, right? You have, let's say I had 5 lot opened. You know, I had 5 lot opened. There was a candle. All right, let's go down to the 15-minute time frame over here. So I had a 5 lot opened. When this candle broke the low right over here, I closed half. So from 5 lots, I closed 2.5. So at that point, I had 2.5 left, right? I had 2.5 left. When this candle started going bearish, I closed another 50%. So then I had 1.25 left. You know, I had 1.25 left. And then finally, I closed 1.25. You know, so there's a button on Magic Keys which you press close half, so it jumps from 5 to 2.5. You close half again, jumps from 2.5 to 1.25. You press close half again, and it jumps from 0.575. Yeah, whatever the half of this is, 0.5 something or 0.75. Oh yeah, 0.63, 0.6333. The UJ price broke above resistance, closed partial at 10 pips, leave runner running to next support. That's absolutely good. That's a pretty good trade. That's a really good trade. Now you're gonna get the 30-minute candle closing. If the 30-minute candle can close above here, I think this is a good indication that price should continue moving bullish. I think at that point you could you could bring your stop below the 30-minute candle there. Let's take a look at this GU chart here. GU chart, retest resistance, entry on the break of the 1 hour low. Oh, I think this is good. Let's take a look here. I was actually looking at that on my other screen. If we're looking at the 30-minute here as well, yeah, this is looking good to continue down. This is looking good to continue down. The only problem is there's some sort of a consolidation at this point. Plus also we got ADP news coming in, right? And they're expecting really good numbers. Now, if they're expecting really good numbers, this also means that the US dollar may start continuing up a little bit, which means GPUSD may start moving down a little bit, because that could mean that, okay, if they're really expecting good numbers like 1.2 million from 160,000, those are really good numbers. So maybe price may continue in that direction, so to speak, that, okay, you know what, news is being priced in. So that's good. If it starts continuing down, we could say that news is being priced in. That's why GU is moving down. So it's pretty good. Let's take a look at this Euro JPY chart here. We're ranging. That's correct. Yeah, we're just ranging here. And it was a good thing we closed GPJPY at this point, because this would have been a disastrous drawdown. I know some people are still holding their buys in a drawdown now, and I don't know why, but you should really start looking at managing risk. Let's take a look at your JPY. Ooh, your JPY is ranging. We're at that support. if this candle closes a little bit more bearish, I think there's a nice room for price to continue going down towards, I would say 125, 700. That's like 20 pips away. I think that's doable. This area right over here. Is it true that Uncle Ted owns Funding Talent? No. Man, you guys have some weird rumors. I don't know. I don't know what people do. They wake up with some ideas and this is scary. Wow. GJ dropped. Perfect. Now, the second thing that I was looking at, first thing I was looking at was price to break above to go up. Second thing I was looking at for if the buys don't work out, then maybe sells are going to work out. So if sells are going to work out, we need some confirmations. And the confirmation is only going to be for price to continue up, create a minor resistance, and then continue moving down. Unless that happens, I just took my one trade. It ended up in a loss. So probably if we do find some sort of a resistance forming here, I could look for sells, but other than that, that's it. Gold is dropping hard. Yes. Ooh, your JPY candle closed with no wick at the bottom. When candles close with no wick at the bottom, this means there's no range for the next candle to fulfill and to continue down. If you look at UJ here, UJ is up like 5 pips. 10 pips are going to be all the way up over here. If you're in UJ, understand that you might hit TP in a couple of hours on UJ because it moves pretty slow, right? Just joking, but it still moves. Alright. Shall we enter sell in AUD USD? I don't know, man. I don't know. You need to send the analysis, and then we can take a look at that, if you can sell AUD USD or not. Oh, someone had a pretty good GU sell over here. Price broke below the zone, wait for the break of structure to place fibs, enter a 30-minute rejection zone. It's pretty good. I think it tapped into this golden fib area, or whatever that is. Raja, could you look at this pivot trade I had earlier, mate? If you reckon this was too risky, cheers. Alright, very aggressive entry. However, price had made a weak support followed by a strong bullish candle right over here. Even though this is extremely risky, only minimum risk to be used. I think this was a very, very good trade. From what I can see is we broke below the support. I think you were targeting this retracement to continue up and then probably coming down. So you took a buy on this retracement. I think it was pretty good. It was risky, but it was well thought out, and I guess, yeah, it worked out. You saw this support forming as well, big rejection, so it's pretty good. Ooh, this is a great sell over here. Entered on the break of 69 at London Open. Moment after testing, 10 pip target reached. The runners continued on. It's pretty good. This candle closed with a strong bearish candle too. Ooh, someone donated 10 euros. Hello. What do you think of these gas charts? Short natural gas, WordPress.com. Oh, I don't know if I want to open that or not. WordPress.com. Short natural gas. Yeah, it's pretty sketchy. I'm not going to open that. Short natural gas at WordPress.com. Yeah, WordPress is fine, but the content, I'm not sure. Oof, USD/JPY is still moving. USD/JPY is still moving, which means GU should be moving bearish as well, right? Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, it's trying to move bearish over here. Let's take a look here. This is price came to 50-minute fib rejected, price retested 50 EMA, expecting price to hit previous low. That's pretty good, pretty good. I'm expecting before price hits previous low, I want it to create some sort of a minor resistance so I can take a trade. Because now when I look at it, it's entering into that same consolidation area. You know, so a resistance forming here would be perfect, or if we can form some sort of resistance here to continue down its clean traffic. But in the start, my bias was buys. Since my bias was buys, I'm not going to change my bias to take sells, even though it's moving down. I would want to see some sort of a retracement to create resistances. All right, short natural gas. Welcome. I am Robert Hood and fuck Wall Street. Okay, let's take a look here. Perfect. So this is some sort of a conspiracy over here, I guess. This is a conspiracy to selling natural gas. Interesting. Ooh, GU is continuing down. Oh, now your JPY is starting to continue down. I mean, once this 15-minute closes bearish, then I think we can ignore this candle closing with no wick at the bottom. If the 15-minute can close bearish, because that's going to give room for the next candles to continue bearish. Raja's the only one who trades lives. Monty talks a lot, but never shows. I'm going to go to Monty and I'm going to tell Monty what you said that. Monty talks a lot. What kind of price action on GJ is that? This is goat shit price action. The thing is, when you look at a chart and you don't know what's going on, or you don't really understand what the chart is doing, then that means you have to wait. Wait for what? Wait for candles to print something you can familiarize yourself with, you know, like something you've seen before. That's the one thing you need to wait for right now. Because if you look at the 30-minute, it's just doing whatever it's doing, you know, there's like no trade right now. Looking at GU, oh, what's this? Yeah, exactly. Like it's a rejection area of support. We're in this range over here. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's not a pleasant thing to look at. If you look at GU tapped into this support. Now we need a break below this for it to continue moving down. Also, we got ADP coming in about 43 minutes. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens now. Because you probably can get into serious problems giving financial advice without license. Yeah, that's one reason I don't want to hook up my MT4 and MT5 here, because that's real money. And we got 3,400 people watching here, sometimes 36 and 4,000 people. Some person can blow their fuse in their mind watching this, and they could say, okay, you know what? Let me just report to somebody about this guy showing all this information and giving financial advice. So that's why I'm keeping myself safe from that one person who might blow the fuse. You man, listen, in life, you always have to protect yourself from anything and everything. From things you don't see coming, from people you don't know, because there's some really anal people out there. All right, can you take a look at this gold loss? Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this gold loss. Oh, wrong chart. Looks like your chart hit a loss there as well. Sent a wrong chart. Looks like USDJPY is still moving over here. Still bullish. People see others make money in Forex and think they know magic, so they follow like sheep. Learn to trade your own way. Everybody is different. That's extremely well said. That's very, very, very well said. Not all trading styles are going to work for everyone. There are different trading styles for different personalities. That's what I think. I think people, when they join a group or when they join a live stream like this, they should take these things in with an open mind. You know, whenever you come to these live streams, please come in here with an open mind. You know, don't expect anything. Just sit back, relax, listen. You know, and like, you know, if some things you can relate to, I think that's when you start to get better and better. Because once you see someone do things in front of you, I mean, let's say for a couple of months, you know, then you start to think, okay, you know what, this is something works over here. Like these guys are probably onto something. And honestly, man, at the end of the day, the only thing we're onto is discipline. That's it. That's it. It's just discipline. It's just discipline to take one trade, two trades, and call it a day. Now, think about it. I took one trade. I was in this trade for about, I would say, 45 minutes, right? 45 minutes, closed the trade in a loss, and that's it. Am I taking another trade? No. Am I thinking about taking another trade? Not at all. Just waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting for price to either now come up above 141,900 or to create a resistance below 141,800. That's something I'm waiting for. If that happens during the time I'm here on the stream, perfect. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. You know, but the biggest concept here you have to learn is discipline of just taking one or two trades. If you take a loss, call it a day. Less trading is more trading, trust me. Why don't you just stop using your billions to rig the market and just go chill out on the yacht? I wish it was that easy. All right, please take a look at this trading plan I executed. Please give your opinions. All right, let's take a look at this. This is, this was my early lending session. Candle size increased due to volume. I capitalized on the rejection. I planned 16 pips. Oh, nice, you got more. Hit my TP the next 2 minutes. Beautiful. This is absolutely amazing. Very nice. Do you draw new support resistance levels every day? Yes, every day I do. I draw new zones. Dangerous to have two bias long and short. No, how often does that happen to you? It happens a lot of times. It's not dangerous. It's only dangerous when you're entering into a bad position, right? Because normally what you're trying to do is you're trying to understand why price is going to move up, and then at the same time you're trying to understand that, okay, if the confirmations for buys are not available at this point, are confirmations for sells here, you know? So you're getting yourself mentally ready for both buys and sells. I think that can really help you a lot. How do you predict your bias? You don't predict your bias. You look at the price action, you see which move has the highest probability to happen. Like right now, if you look at the price right now, if you look at this and you say, okay, what's the probability price is going to go down? You're like, well, it needs to break the support and go down. You're like, okay, yeah. What's the probability price is going to go up? You're like, well, you know, like since it rejected this again a lot of times, so I guess breaking above 141,900 would make price go up. So those are some things you should look at. You know, like what's the probability of price going up? What's the probability of price going down? If one has the higher probability than the other, then you start to look for confirmation that, okay, if price is going to go up, what do I want to see to take the trade? Where my stop loss is going to be? Where my take profit is going to be? You know, if you think price is going to go down, then you do the same things. You know, where it can go to, stop loss, take profit, all those things. Did I hear Vantage FX is leaving Canada? I think you read it somewhere. What do you think about your USD short? I think you need to post a chart. CLFX is better than Wix Don't Lie. That's probably true. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is, right after I closed, there was a big drop. What could I have done? Man, you couldn't have done anything. You couldn't have done nothing at all. It is what it is, you know. I think now you should look at and see that how could you have gotten a second entry on gold sells. If someone in GJ sells, understand that this is a support. The support was respected Asian session yesterday. It was respected at London Open yesterday as well. You know, so I mean, you'd need price to break below this area. or you would need price to create some sort of resistance below 141,800 for it to continue bearish. What's this question over here? Do you treat the Asian session the same as NY session in terms of volatility? No, not really, because Asian session has way less volatility than the New York session. Do you know Black Whales Academy? I'm not sure. Black Whales Academy. Let's take a look over here. Black Whales Academy. Oh, they do live streams. Oh, I'm not sure. No, I don't know them. Oh, they're in French. En directo session le Landores. Man, they got a nice video over here too. Please have a look at GBP CHF. Let's take a look over here. GBP CHF. Price making high and get rejected when reaching strong resistance. Okay. Price is trying to push higher. Okay. Buyer is dying over here. We'd like to see sell bearish candle closing below over here for a valid setup. Yep, that looks good. Like either you'd want a sell, like it's kind of like this over here, right? Like on your JPY, if you look at this chart, where is it? Right over here. See this candle closing with no wick at the bottom, this other candle going up, same kind of idea over here on your JPY, right? So I think we'll need to see a break off this low over here and a break off the low over here for price to continue moving bearish. Okay, price made a low, price made a high and took a sell, was closing below both previous 15-30 minute. Closed position due to no wick, did not want to risk it, calling it a day. Beautiful. Well done. I don't know why people send me emails. People send me emails of their trades. It's pretty hard for me to look at them. Looks like everything is at a standstill at this point. Let's see if we can get a guest on today. This is gonna be the last stream of this week here. Ooh, someone sent a chart. Live until 10 today? No. No live until 10 today. I think we're gonna do live until 8:30. Yeah, live until 8:30. I have to go to the gym. And then I gotta do packing. Your JPY, buys look clean to the left, but high HFT are bearish, okay? Waiting for the candle breaking below, closing below here would make much more sense for price to continue down. You got support down here on the left hand side. This is pretty good. can we get trading options for some comedy? Yeah, we'll try to get her back on the stream. We had her before, and I think having a round 2 is going to be pretty interesting. So, so we're gonna get that done.
We need to buy glasses before, right?
Yeah, we need to buy glasses too. Can you give some structure advice on journaling the losing trades? Yeah. Basically, this is where you need to go over here. This person right over here. I'm going to paste this link in the Gulag chat so you can take this link. You want to know about journaling trades? This is your go-to page for journaling trades, for doing transformations, diet. I mean, all the good things in life, right? Profits and gains. What more do you want? We can see Stephanus has like a nice collection of pens. Go from nice ballpoints to simple pens and
I've evolved.
Evolved, yeah. This is the latest one. We've seen this since the last, 20 some posts.
Got the iPad. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Maybe these candles are making free traffic for go up easy. What you think? I think for it to go up easy, it needs to go up above 141.900. That's what I think. Will you meet your best friend in England? Probably. We invited them for dinner, so let's see what happens. I opened my IG only because you guys said it is so important, and I've seen huge improvement because of that. Oh, okay. Like journaling your trades on IG, yeah, that's pretty good. I think the good thing is to probably like journal all the trades. You're losing trades and you're winning trades. It's very important to journal all the trades. Sometimes, we take bad trades. Sometimes we take dumb trades, and we don't want to journal those trades. So that's something you've got to look into. You have to journal everything. And I mean, discipline comes in with journaling is because if you are really consciously honest with yourself and you're journaling every trade, man, you're also journaling your losing trades too. And when you're journaling a lot of trades, you start to think of it that, okay, you know what? Maybe I don't want to take a lot of trades, because if I overtrade, man, I'll have to do all this work. And Guala, wake up. Guala was dozing over there. Guala had his head down. Oh, he's on his phone. Oh. Sorry, bro.
I was checking out Stefano's Instagram, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's got some fire content over there.
Do my best, guys. Appreciate it.
All the trades are there, good and bad. Talking about my risk management. Oh, okay. Hey man, why don't you use indicators? Indicators don't exist. These are the people in the gulag. This is when price is moving up, but you're in buys,
Oh my God.
No, when price is moving down and you're in buys, you're like, no, this is going to turn around. Hey, since you have been trading before the pandemic hit, was it a much of a better time to trade? Man, honestly, I think when the pandemic hit, I had one of my best trading months ever. when the pandemic hit, because there was so much volatility. There was so much volume in the market. Like I remember in March, we'd take a 10 pip trade on GJ, it would end up in like 30, 40 pips. You know, we'd take a buy in gold and it'd end up at like 50, 60 pips. You know, so that really, really catapulted my account. Like to extreme. I mean, I was just shocked by the way everything was forming and coming in. It was just crazy. You are a scammer. Oh, thank you. It's kind of stressful to journal your trades when you've accumulated so much losses for the day. That's true. You know, because when you take a lot of trades, man, it's a big hassle to like, you know, journal all those trades. So like if you're only focusing on 1 or 2 trades, I mean, it's going to be very easy to journal those 2 trades.
I'm gonna shake your hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Oh man, I'm gonna be in a plane today, and I don't want to see any videos of planes, man. Uh-oh, Jeff is hitting stop loss over there.
Hitting it too hard.
What differentiates a liquidity wick from a move in the opposite direction? A liquidity wick is like a wick going deep into a zone and then the candle closing above it. Something like this right away, right? Like a wick that goes the opposite way. So this wick here would be liquidity wick. Sometimes trading looks easy and vice versa. Yes, that is true. When trading looks easy, that means the candles are forming the way they should be forming. I mean, if this was GPJPY, I'd be in buys here in GPJPY. And if we measure this 1 hour candle on UJ, this 1 hour candle, oh, that's actually almost like 9-10 pips. Okay. It still has room to continue going up. We have NY Open coming in 4 minutes over here. Falcon FX would be interesting to bring on, as I don't believe in support resistance, more about impulse correction, but I personally believe all strategy. Okay, I think that's pretty interesting. Falcon FX, I've seen their ads on Instagram a lot. You know, I've seen their sponsored ads on Instagram, so I'll give it a go. I'll see what happens. We'll see what they say. So right now we're still waiting over here. Yeah, just waiting. Hi everyone, I full recover from the virus, so trading again, better and strong. Marcus, welcome back. It's good to have you back now. Can you talk about gold reading? Gold reading will depend on ADP news coming in over here. And we got ADP news coming in. Gold is moving down, bearish. Gold has an area to come down into 1954, man. If the news does come out good, it's dropping down. Oh, what's going on here, Vantage? Message from Vantage FX. We are no longer accepting new applications from the applicants residing in Canada. Beautiful. Looks like Canada is giving the big old... You know why this is happening? I'll tell you why all this bullshit is happening. All this bullshit is happening because of all these fugazi brokers that come up. That's the only reason why this is happening. Like, you know, like you got offshore brokerages that are not updated, which means they're only trading on MetaTrader 4, and I mean that's just ruining everything for everybody, because you know then people want to go on to these brokerages, and what happens is that they want to trade. Sometimes there's manipulation, sometimes there's some other stuff happening in the background, and they end up losing money. Now the government is so dumb. They don't understand the difference between a regulated brokerage and an unregulated brokerage. You know, Vantage FX is regulated, so the government thinks, oh, okay, you know what? If one person does this, everything is bad. That's what's happening. I remember what happened in 2018 with IC markets was that we got a message from one of the representatives from the tax authority over here, and he sent this mass email for all the IC markets clients in Canada saying that, hey, we need your feedback on IC markets as a broker. Because because dumbasses trade and dumbasses lose money, and when they lose money they cry about it and then they complain about it. And when the agencies get a lot of complaints because dumbasses are losing money because they can't they overtrade and they over risk, then they're like, okay, you know what, we have to protect our people and we have to protect these retards who can't manage risk. And that's when they go hard on brokerages. And I mean, it's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. If more people are disciplined, less people are going to lose money and less problems we're going to have. I have a question to ask. Almost all trade entries I see, you were using fixed lot, 1 lot, 5 lot, 10 lot. When a candle closed in your direction, before you entered the trade, stop loss is more than 10 pips, for example, 14 pips. How do you manage the risk for such scenario? Do you still enter capped? Well, the thing is, even if it's 14 pips stop loss, if the stop loss is bigger, I lower down my lot size because I want to lose a certain amount. I target a certain amount a day. Like let's say I'm moving back to my normal trading risk here now. So my daily risk is around like $500, $400 to $500. So if I hit my $500 threshold, I'm going to stop trading because I don't want to lose more than $500, whether I'm using 10 lots, 5 lots, whatever lots I'm using. But obviously if I'm using like let's say 15 or 20 lots, and that's a whole other story, then the risk has to be increased. But if it's like like 4 lots, 5 lots, it's still like like $500, $400, it's still pretty good. But also at the same time, I trust that I can manage risk. So as long as I can manage risk, I think it's all good. We have the NY open right now and gold is retracing, rejecting that support. We have news in 15 minutes, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens here with the news. Does ADP affect US30 and NASDAQ? A little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, not a lot. And the reason why it won't affect it a lot is because ADP is just a company. ADP is a company which processes payrolls for 80% people in North America. So the government, they go to ADP and they're like, hey guys, we need a report on what the employment change was. So this is all what it is. This is a report by this company, and then we got the main report coming on Friday on NFP. So yeah, I mean, so look what I was waiting for. I was waiting for price to create a resistance at 141,800 to continue down. There's no resistance formed. There's no sell. There's no buys because we're entering the same area where I took buys earlier on and it didn't work out. So now I'm going to wait for price to go up above 141,900 to take a buy. I think that's going to work out. Hey, which brokers are good in Canadians? You're taking a broker inside you. As I'm Advantage FX for 3 years and will be moving to Canada in January, can you suggest a broker Advantage not continuing with Canadian applications? Well, here's the thing. If you have an address which is not in Canada and Advantage FX acknowledges that address, you can still trade on Advantage FX. Like I have friends who are from, let's say they are from Jamaica. So what they did was, so they live in, let's say, the US. So they're like, okay, you know what? Let me go back to my country. Let me open a bank account there and sign up with IC Markets. So when I'm in the US, I can still trade with IC Markets. Or let's say if you're still in the US, you can still trade with Advantage FX and whatnot. Some people are constantly talking about FTMO, this and that, and they're saying no, FTMO was good because they changed servers on their end. Well, here's the thing. As a company, you should be protecting your clients' interests. As a company, you shouldn't let your clients down. So when you are running certain things and that doing certain things is going to fluctuate price, I think all trading environments should be closed when you're doing such updates, or you should let your clients know that, hey guys, listen, you will have opportunities to make a lot of money when it does happen. Just remember that it's basically It's just nothing, so you can't expect by running like a six-figure business and being such, I'd say that was very incompetent on their part. That was a very incompetent thing to do. Like, oh, things went wild. Some people made money, some people lost money. That's all good. All your accounts are canceled. That seems to me like, hey guys, give us money over here and you can trade. And then when things go wrong, okay, everyone, you can go home. We'll just keep all this money. It just doesn't make any sense. They have big disclaimer that no one reads. That's the problem, I think. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. But at the same time, like what? When you have an operation like that running, you have to understand that there's going to be a big, giant backlash. Because to think of it, when you're trading, right? When you're trading on, let's say, IC markets, you're trading on IC markets, and while you're trading on IC markets, you're scalping, you're making money, you're making gains, you're like, okay, you know what, everything's perfect. So when you join something like that, which does not encourage the way you trade, but at the same time, they still say that, hey, you can trade any style you want, but it's just, I don't know. Like, I'd be super mad if someone told me, hey, you know what, we can't give you your payout because we don't like the way you trade. I'm just gonna be like, whoa, you what, mate? I don't know. Like, that means not everyone can trade on that platform. Can you have FTMO founders as a guest? I tried 2-3 times to get them as a guest on the live streams, and they denied all 3 times. And then I approached Funding Talent to come on as a guest, and they came on as a guest, and they answered a lot of questions. Actually, they answered a lot of hard-ass questions too. They answered questions about where the money comes from. They answered questions about everything, man. You know how the gulag goes just in on people, right? They answered all the questions, and that earned my respect. I'm like, hey, like, you know what? We had 2 women come into this over here. They answered some hard questions. I mean, my total respect.
Ted also had some hard question for them, and they were pretty straight up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people didn't say, oh, these are 2 women, so let's just go easy on them. No, man. People went hard.
Yeah. And they did pretty good.
Yeah.
My respect, to be honest.
Yeah. And I'm on their Discord, and they're posting a lot of payouts right now. So payouts are really there. People are showing their payouts.
So still waiting over here for GJ. We got ADP news coming on. That stream was, I think it was on '14th or the 7th August. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This chart is gold 30-minute chart. Are my zones on point? Yes. So this is on point, the support. You got this support on point over here. Yes, pretty good. You got this area on point here as well. You got this zone on point. Yep, it's pretty good. It's really good. Because price makes levels, right? You got one level over here. You got another level at the bottom. It's pretty good. So as of right now, we got ADP coming in about 4 minutes, 6 minutes. And with ADP, man, I mean, anything can happen to gold. Gold can drop, gold can rally up, but I guess we're expecting gold to drop since we're expecting really, really good numbers here today. Expecting 1.2 million. trying to find maybe 14th August. Maybe it was, oh, 14th August we had Will from Indonesia. I think it was 17th July. Let's take a look here. 17th July. Okay, yeah, so it was a live stream from 17th July. So if you go to my YouTube, you go to the 17th July, that's where it was. Yuji is also kind of like retracing here for the news. Not sure what's going to happen over here, but I have to wait and see. Looks like JPY is also rejecting that area, 141,800. If we start forming a resistance in this area, there's a very high chance we may continue going bearish here. And that could be the move of the day, a bearish move. Because if we are rejecting 141,900 and if we form resistance in this point, I think if GJ is going to move in one direction, I think it's going to move bearish at that point. Hey, is it normal to set a target for the day or to take whatever the market gives you? Chasing a target would make me overtrade or over risk. Yes, if you chase targets, targets are going to make you overtrade. You know, like if you have a target and you want to take a trade, you take a trade, you don't meet your target, it is what it is, you know, and then you go to the next day. Will you be doing stop orders for ADP? No. No stop orders for nothing here. Oh wow, gold did continue down. Damn Daniel. We got 3 minutes left here for the ADP. Gold came down hard. Thanks for powerful education. I'm 14 years of age and the education you shared is priceless. Thanks a lot. I made a decent profit of $20.01. Beautiful. You can probably buy your mom some tea, get some groceries, get some vegetables. That's amazing. So you are saying we should look to chance our 10 pips every time instead of chasing targets. No, I'm not saying that. I do that all the time. I secure 10 pips and then I put stops at break even, and if they run, they run. If they don't run, then they don't run. So what I'm also saying is that I think it's better for people to secure what they can secure and let the rest run. So, you know, if you're chasing targets is never going to work. It's like chasing a girl. You know, when you chase girls, what happens? Nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens when you chase girls. It's when you don't chase girls, then something happens. You know, same with price. If you don't chase targets, you're constantly going to keep winning. You know, sometimes you may not win what you want to win, but you will eventually win something. You know, small wins lead to overall, you know, like bigger wins.
Good thing to be in both cells.
Would you make a recap of the trades you made in August? Yes, it'll be a long recap, but I'll try. All right. We are 49 seconds away. What do you think about a buy stop on UJ? Yeah, sure. With a tight pip stop, I don't know. A stop should be below a candle. Oh wow, wow, look at this. It's coming down over here, man. Yeah, I don't know about buy stops on ADP. 30-minute, 15-minute. Yeah, I think a buy stop would be above the candle over here, but I'm not going to use it. I'm not trading news. Man, listen, I don't think you guys should trade news at all. I mean, you should get better at, you know, like normal market moves and stuff like that. Trading news, big no. Look at that GJ also coming down. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Trading is basically gambling, you know.
Yeah.
Call is pulling back. It's pulling his pants.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah. There
Moving
you have
up.
it. Yeah.
Damn. GJ also
Crazy,
dropped.
no? Yeah. It's crazy, right? We have seen this happening over. Whatever.
GG is also creating that resistance there to continue bearish, but it's a 15-minute. I'd want to see a 30-minute candle close.
Yeah. God damn, gold.
Wow, what was the news? What was the outcome? It was... Ooh, negative! Holy... Worse than expected.
By a lot.
Yeah, that's bad. Super bad.
So yeah, wait it out. And you know what? The funny thing is gold should drop. Because I don't trust this pullback all the way up.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would like to see
Hey.
candles. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I think this guy took your course. I saw, and he talks the same like you. Yeah, man, that guy's a copycat. He copies everything I do, everything I say. He copies everything. It's worse than expected, but still higher than previous. Doesn't that mean we still have strength? Nope, because it's worse than expected. We don't look at this number. We look at this number and we look at this number. It's worse than expected. So it means it's bad. Nothing on GJ here either, because 30 minutes about to close. So, you know, we have to wait over here. Wow, USDJPY really demolished those buys. No more buys once we broke the low over here. What's this? So weird. Bad news and GU goes bullish. Yeah, that's true. Bad news for USD, so GU does go bullish. That's how it should be, right? Come on, man. Gulag. Alright, can you see my mistake? Yes. Bearish trend. Waited for candle to form upper wicks, enter sell when it broke the previous candle low. Yeah, I think you sold the low over there. I think when price was falling down, you needed to see some sort of a resistance forming to take a sell. Because whenever price, this is where a lot of people will take a lot of losses, even though they know they shouldn't do it, but you will still take a lot of losses, and those losses are going to come from trying to sell the bottoms or trying to buy the tops. You know, because when price is moving up, you want to buy the top for price to continue moving. Those are risky trades. I think the most important thing to do is when price is moving up, wait for price to create a support, and then take a buy. In the same way, if price is moving down, you need to wait for price to create like a minor resistance and then continue moving down. So same thing right over here. If you were taking sells, you needed price to create like a minor resistance and then take a sell to continue down.
Oh.
Hey, my first live trade. Can you look at this? Let's take a look over here. Overall buy, so sells. This is GU. A sell order, late entry, to be honest. Beautiful. Oh, nice. You had a pretty good entry. I think you entered at the break of the low. Hey, why don't you get Carter FX as a guest? Because I'm blocked. How would you behave if the 15-minute candle on GJ closes like that? Do you think it's a sell, blah, 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 blah? No, if a 15-minute candle closes like that, the way how I'm gonna behave is I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna wait for this 30-minute to close, and when this 30-minute closes, that's gonna be the time for me to say bye-bye to everyone, and I'll be back on Tuesday.
I hope London is gonna be fun for you. You're gonna feel like a gangster over there.
Yeah. Hey Raja, don't you think opening a trade at this time is risky since there's news at 9 a.m. for GJ? Yes, that's risky because we don't know what's going to be said. We don't know what kind of volatility that news is going to bring. But we do know is that there are levels there, right? There are levels now. Where price is right now, this is a, I would say, all right, let's do some fresh analysis. Let's remove everything. Let's do fresh analysis. Let's go towards daily, right? Daily is printing the way it's printing. Let's take a look on the 4 hour. 4 hour is creating a resistance here, but at the same time 4 hour also rejected a support down at 141.340. Right now, let's go down to the 1 hour time frame now. 1 hour was creating a resistance, and now 1 hour is dumping into a support right over here, right? Now let's just stick to the 1 hour here. If you go to the 30-minute, we'll see some more information, but now it's basically ranging. Now when we look at this is just ranging. So I think a pretty good trade is going to be, above 141.900 to fill this range, or a sell below, like, this area right over here. Within this range, this range here, this is just consolidating. This is just gold shit. So if you measure how big these ranges are, the range below 141, let's say 650, this is a 33 pip range, and then above 141.900, then it's like 330 and 40 pip range. So just by looking at the 1 hour, this does make sense now to just wait to see if price is going to come below this point or go above that point. So there's a lot of waiting involved here. Gold is climbing like a rocket. That is true because news was bad. That's why. A doji was printed, tapping fib retracement, and trendline was retested. So with that chart, you sent a statement, and that statement was, be careful with this on GJ. That's fine. I mean, if you look at the 1 hour now, this makes just total sense to just basically wait. Direct flight to London, when is departure? I don't want to give out the information, but it's a direct flight.
Raja, don't you feel like a rock star when you drop, knowing that there's a lot of people waiting for you with open arms?
Uh, no, not. I don't know. It's just like the people I talk to are the people I'm gonna meet. So it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go meet my friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Just like when I come to Miami, man, I'm like, hey, Kervin, make sure you're free. Hey, Bernard, make sure you're free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good time. Like everyone goes for dinners and drinks, and yeah, it's an amazing time. Biggest lesson in your trading journey? Oh, biggest lesson in my trading journey was not to overtrade, was to focus on risk management. Yeah, that was it. Those are the biggest lessons. No overtrading. No overtrading. If you take more than like 2-3 trades a day, man, you're destined to fail. If you take one trade a day and you want to learn from that one trade, you are destined to win. Trust me on that. Steak dinner in Miami, dinner was 8K. Actually, it was 17,000, not 8,000. That was a big bill. Where is the gathering in London on Sunday? I think it's on, what's it called? Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square. That's where the gathering is going to be. Haven't decided yet, but we'll see what happens. Do you still have spaces for your boot camp? Nope. Everything's done. Everything's gone. Best way to deal with losses is to stay sober and beat yourself up, then write your rules down and review them day to day. That is true. That is absolutely true. How serious do you take the virus? I think the virus is serious as long as you wash your hands, you stay clean, nothing's gonna happen to you. Will the bootcamp be recorded? I hope so. Where are we going for dinner? There's this place called Guancho? Guancho? Guncho.
No, Gaucho.
Oh, Gaucho.
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 Argentinian place in London.
Oh, it's an Argentinian place. Yeah, Gaucho.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, probably over there. Near the Royal Academy of Arts, mate. Yeah, I was looking at their
Reviews are awesome.
reviews. There's one bad review.
Yeah, doesn't count.
This is a Karen right over here, man. Look at this.
I know.
We were put on a table away from the grassy, more picturesque part, opposite the alleyway. Wow, come on, man. People are so snobby. Look at that steak and fries and
Damn, I was about to tell you that, man. Looks so good.
wow, it looks amazing.
Colin, I hope you're coming.
Yeah, man. Trust me, man.
Good choice, Roger.
This is super good.
The cow's still mooing, you know.
Yeah, the cow is still mooing. Alright, so GJ is still in this predicament over here. I think we need to break below this area, 141 to 650 for price to continue moving down. That looks like nasty raw meat. You know what? I used to think that steak done medium is also nasty raw filled with blood, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Like I used to eat steak well done, and the day I tasted medium done steak, man, my whole life changed.
Yeah.
Well done. Seriously?
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
Steven said something, but
Oh, saying well done.
Oh, yes.
no, man. Well done. No.
I mean, my mom eats it the same way. Every time we go to like Texas de Brazil or any of those steak houses, she'll always say, she always has to wait for everybody because, they cook it gradually. So it's always towards the end, and then she has the well done meat. I only like it well done.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Start by medium well and then go to medium. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it was an uneventful. It was an uneventful day here today. Raja, maybe a sell stop on 0.640. Yeah, I'd want to see a candle close below so I can have a stop above that candle and take a nice easy sell coming down. I mean, the only trade I had so far was like a 3 pip loss.
Gold really did a full retrace.
All right, well, I guess that's it for this week. I'm gonna head off. I'll see everyone Tuesday.
Have a good trip, man.
Yeah, man. Have fun over there. Safe flight.
Yeah,
Enjoy,
man.
Raja.
Hopefully no one overtrades and no one over leverages New York sessions. And man, if that happens, I think you deserve everything that comes
We
to
will
you.
be here waiting for you, brother.
Yeah. All right.
Please take care and have
Yeah.
fun, man.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah. Take care, everybody.
Say hi to the London gang for me.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do live streams from there. Don't worry.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Cheers, mate. Take care.